I mean, so this is really interesting. So Julie, you mentioned about how impatient we are as consumers, and of course we are now. We've got next day delivery with Amazon. So even in the physical world, we're impatient. I know I used to think of myself as really patient, but now, like, if my mobile provider, if something's not working for 10 minutes, I'm just I'm struggling. I'm trying to get something done. It's a frustration, and definitely, I think it's interesting. Again, when we met and spoke offline, I was saying I still think it very much depends on the brand and what they are providing to their customers, because we have really different expectations. If you're a mobile or you're involved in telco, people's patience for there being a problem is very limited. It's just not great. And yeah, if you're a platform of some kind that people depend on to get things done, again, even a couple of minutes, it's a real frustration for people. So it's really interesting, I think, to play that game. I talked about defects with cars, and we talk about this in the training of somebody like a BMW or a Mercedes versus a Volvo buyer, and if they were pushed to not be able to make a purchase in a couple of months for a company car, perhaps with certain brands, they would substitute it with another premium brand. Whereas I think with other types of brands, the psychology of that particular buyer, they may stick with it. So what I think is really interesting when you get into that the psychology of the buyer and the consumer, it changes. But I think one thing's true, and it really resonated. You said is we're really impatient, but also you can't hide this anymore. There's nowhere to hide. The world is just too open. And so if I'm a consumer or a commercial client of somebody and I find out about the issue from anyone other than them, that's a problem for me. More so than there being a problem, to be fair. And it's a real shock that particularly certain well-established companies still do this. And they think, oh, people won't notice. Like, no, everyone notices. And yeah, people are pretty vocal, some perhaps unfairly so, but that's the world we live in. Social media gets lit up, and people are pretty verbal in a virtual world. And so, yeah, it's